everybody. Dr. Giggles in the house. Today is Wednesday night. It's your Wednesday night Grove Show. Yeah, I didn't do nothing yesterday, but hey, what's up, everybody? What's up, Max, Lindsay, check-in, Zachary? What's up, Jay? What's everybody watching? I don't know how everybody's day was, but we're rocking and rolling, I guess, right? I don't know how many of you watched. I mean, I know a bunch of you watched the Lake Compounds interview, so that's been doing good, I think. I haven't even looked. I haven't looked at any stats or nothing. I don't care. I'm not the typical. I guess I'm not the typical YouTuber that watches analytics, because I don't. Oh, look at that. 78 views. That's not bad. It's not. I like that. I know it's mediocrity, but to me that's good. I like that. Hey, let me ask you guys something. Did you guys happen to watch the Bonsai Pipeline Media Day POV that we released the other day? I don't know how many. Hey, what's up, Chris? I don't know how many of you watched it. I didn't say anything going on in the video, but if you watch it, you can watch. What do you call it? The camera flies off in the video, and it's kind of funny. Chris, I have a bunch. I do have a bunch of maps. I get maps from all over the joint. You know what, Chris? Let me dig through my buckets. I mean, I got a lot of maps. Like ridiculous amount of like different places. Hey, what's up, Alex? What's up, Charles? But what I'll do is what's tomorrow? Thursday? At some point tomorrow, either before, most likely after the Grove Show, I will. I'm gonna write that as a note, so I don't forget to do that, because I have tons and tons of maps, like you wouldn't believe, like from not from Florida. You know, I got them from up here. I got them from West Coast. I got them all over the joint. So depending upon, if you can let me know what you're looking for, I can see if I have that. I don't know what you're in. I don't know. I don't know what you're in the market for, because obviously you live in Florida, so you. I'm gonna write this down on my notebook. Look for maps from other than. I'll just say Florida. I'll put park maps. I know one of the older boxes that I gave away was an older Cedar Point, you know, the map, the big poster maps. I had one of those, and I gave that away. I think it was from like 2010. I had given that away probably about a year ago or so. Somebody got that. But, I mean, I might even have Disneyland maps from when I was there in January. I'll take a look, and then I'll let you know afterwards. So Friday, I'll let you know what I have. I'm going to put check after Grove Show. I'll check that out. Yeah, I mean, I'll take a peek at what I got, because I don't know. I know I got a bin full of, like, what I call the giveaway box. When I do giveaway box, I have like one that I fill boxes with. Well, I got like 2 or 3 bins. It's like I still got to record the 900 subscriber video. And hang on, let me. I'm gonna grab the box. That one, the box that's 900 is a big box and it's full to the brim. Watch this. Oh, fuck that out. see, this is whoever wins 900 is getting this big box. You can see it based in my head. It's a heavy box and it's full of. What is it? I don't even know what's in this. Let me. I'm not showing you guys. Oh wait, there's a park map inside here. Huh. Hey, look at that. I'll show you one thing inside the box. There's a lot of cool stuff. What is in here? Oh, there's an Adventureland in New York park map in the box. Oh, here's one other cool item that I threw in the box. Who remembers Ringling Brothers and Bonham and Bailey Circus? This is a clown nose that you stick on your nose from the very last show. This is the last, this came from the last show. That's in the box. Like I said, you get all kinds of weird things in it. There's stuff from haunted houses in this box. There's stuff from media days. There's stuff from parks. I see a t-shirt in here. Yeah. There's all kinds of park stuff. That's whoever wins 900. And I got a bigger one for it. There's a bigger box than that for 1,000. That's got like some crazy stuff in it. So, but then I got these other bins that are in the, what do you call it? In the other part of the basement. That's just full of stuff that we're giving away. So we do it because I got, like I said, I got doubles and triples of. There's certain things I don't have, like the, what do you call it? The golden ticket banner that's not hanging right now for Superman. Was it from 06? It's been in the background before, but now you know, like I got that. Yeah, the box is big, and it's like the boxes get bigger, the boxes get heavier. There's a lot of cool stuff. Like I said, because of me and the two boys, when we go to like Ace events or whatever, and park events, media days, and the three of us go. Well, now I got three stuff. The kids just don't collect stuff. I guess I taught them well in a sense, and another. So I always at least keep one set of everything that we've gotten, between buttons and pins and stuff from different events, parks. There's all kinds of stuff. So I'm like, I don't want to have it in my house anymore. You know what I mean? It's just going to sit in a box forever or get put in the trash. So I said, instead of doing that, there's a lot of cool collectible stuff. One box that we will give away has a piece of Rolling Thunder from Great Adventure in it that no longer exists, and has a certificate of authenticity inside it looks like a little Dunkin' looks like a Dunkin' Donut Munchkins box. Oh, I guess you guys heard Jessica scream. Jeremy was just messing with her and scared the crap out of her. You can reach me if you look at if you look on Facebook. I don't know if you have Facebook. If you look on Facebook, if you look up Joshua Martins and you see me with Insane Clown Posse, my kid, and you'll see a kid and Jessica in the picture with Insane Clown Posse. That's my Facebook icon thing or whatever. That's me. Did I ever ride Chiller at Great Event? Yes, I rode it like when it first opened. I rode it when they nuded it a little bit. I gotta say, it was my story with Chiller. I've ridden it when it back when it opened and all through. I got a little bit of news that we're gonna show. I'm sure you guys seen the drone footage that had nothing to do with us. I am gonna show a couple pictures from that. I don't, and the funny thing is, I already received a message from the park about it. The park's already seen it, so they asked me about it. I said, I don't know anything about it. I said, I don't know who did it. I said, it had nothing to do with us. So, well, they figure in case we know, we know. So, somebody did fly a drone around the park. They were over the river or whatever. I don't condone it, but I get it. It was going to happen sooner or later. Here's the problem with this. Obviously, because of the virus, there's no information coming out of the park about anything. So with that being, and here's the thing, I was talking to somebody today about this. There's truly only one park that has amazing, like, social media skills. The SFNEonline Facebook. I mean, you can message us there. You can message me there too, because it's either gonna be me, Larry, or I think Brandon Allen also responds to messages on there. But you can just say, "Hey, Josh, this is Chris," and then I can get back to you. That's not an issue either, so don't worry about that. I've only ridden Out of Limit, Flight of Fear, when it was Cedar Fair, not before that. Because I didn't go to these parks prior to when I got... I think the first time I went to, like... The first time I went to Busch Gardens in Kingston, I mean, I know Busch Gardens isn't... I did that on one trip. My first time was 2014. Was the first time I had ever been there. You know, I always thought about going to places, but nobody ever wanted to go. And then when I finally was able to go, so then I finally was able to go. But the thing I was saying about Six Flags as a whole, and especially New England, look, everybody knows I'm a big, huge Six Flags fan. I run SFNEonline. Obviously, I love Six Flags. But they suck at social media and marketing and stuff like that. And what I'm going to say is, look at Fiesta, Texas. The park president over there is amazing. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's always trying to do something fun. He always interacts with fan sites all the time. But, and don't be wrong, Jen McGrath does a lot for us and does a lot with us. And, you know, and she does stuff with other fan sites too. You know, she works with people, but it just seems overall when it comes to stuff, when it comes to things they're trying to do, they don't really have... they don't have a huge social media presence. Like I said, the only one, the only park that I see on a constant basis doing that is Fiesta, Texas. Yeah, and I think the new CEO needs to what do you call it? Needs to change that. Yeah, well, what I'll do is after the Grow Show, I'll respond back to you, Chris, just so you know. I don't want you to think like, oh, I'm here, well, I'm doing the show, I'm not doing the thing. But like I said, I think the new CEO needs to work on that, and they should have someone, maybe the communications managers, or maybe they hire somebody to handle social media presence. Honestly, they should be on social media during the season, from when they open until they close, every day. Every single day. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have somebody, you gotta have people that are energetic, that love what they do, that love being there and love all that stuff. You need to have someone like that. If you could do that at every park, or even as Six Flags as a company wanting to go live, they should be doing that. When you're in a business such as a theme park, what do you call it? A theme park, any kind of fun thing like that, amusement park, theme park, any football, anything. You need to be, if you're trying to get your brand, whatever it is, to the highest peak, the highest level, get the most people in there. Then you'll do a lot better. I get it. Depending upon the job description you have, the people they have there probably aren't gonna do that. Yeah, right now the tech to that. That's what it's gonna be. We're not going to be talking about COVID news. We're just going to be we're going to talk about, yes, Disney and Universal. Well, I never really saw Universal do anything. I follow both Universal and Disney. I see more of Disney, like with Disney blogs and Disney whatever. There are people. I've never really seen Universal, and I follow them both on Twitter, Facebook. I never see any, and I don't block them, nothing. I never see it. But I honestly think that Park should step up. Like, I don't really, I mean, during this, you've been seeing a little bit more, like, I know SeaWorld's been doing stuff with the animals, showing, between Busch Gardens and showing the animals walking around the parks. And that's what you need to do. You know what I mean? So, it is what it is when it comes to that. But I honestly think you need somebody that's exciting, whoever it is that's really into what their job is to handle that and be on social media every day. Now, Great Adventure will not open on May 15th. That's not going to happen. Yeah, they used to be, and then they've slowed down. I remember Halloween Horror Nights seeing stuff. They get very active when it's getting ready to announce stuff and do stuff, but other than that, yeah, they should be posting construction shots. There's clearly demand. I agree. Matter of fact, the person I was talking about it was inevitable that those drone things were going to be flown around the park. And then they were like, oh, why doesn't so-and-so have that done anymore? And then I'm like, well, I don't know. And I'm like, I got drones. I could go do it. But I'm like, I'm not. I already got a message about this. And I had nothing to do with some random person's doing of the drone. And I'm like, if I was going to fly a drone, I wouldn't just fly in the river. I would be breaking every rule that there is around there between flying it in the park, getting up close and personal, doing whatever. That's what I would do because I'm a jerk. So that's why that's why I don't do it. I don't get involved in it. I don't have the permission. I'm not going to do it. But again, if I was the one flying it, you'd be seeing drones flying up all through the park. I'd be flying up the Wicked Cyclone, everything. Yeah, the Iron Gwazi stuff, that was official, that I believe of. I know, and I know, like, I saw the post of where I know that the original drone footage came from Reddit, a Reddit user, and then people took that from Reddit, posted it on the SF New England Connoisseur page, and then people are like, well, somebody did it for Jersey Devil. I'm like, yeah, they're not supposed to. And that's just another, it's one of those things that grinds my gears. I'm kind of sick and tired of people going to break the law. You know what I'm saying? Like, breaking the rules, breaking the law. People like that are just out, you know what I mean? That's why I have a good relationship with Jerry Brick. And I have some news about that. It's, what we're going to talk about that, it's a weird situation. We're going to talk about that in a second. Because I want to pull up the emails that I've received. It's not official, but it's happening. It's not official at the moment, but because of the virus, these are things that are happening. So, it looks like right now that Jerry Brick is no longer the GM of Lake Compounds. It seems that he's taking a position in the corporate level, but still based out of Lake Compounds. I was told by somebody that he's no longer the GM, that Larry that I did the interview with is now the acting GM and is most likely taking a position as long as Jerry takes that. That's what I was told. But after the interview went live, Jerry sent me an email. I was under the impression that he wasn't working it, so I didn't, I'm just kind of like letting it be. And then out of the blue, he shoots me an email. He says, hey, Josh, thanks for doing the interview with Larry. I appreciate you guys getting to know Larry, and I think he's going to do a fantastic job of laying compounds and take it to the next level. Hopefully, you and all the other enthusiasts will have time to ride some coaster this summer. And then he signs it, Jerry Brick. And then I had said, oh, I heard this rumor, da-da-da-da-da. And then he responded with, I'm still located at Lake Compounds. I'm just no longer the GM. Larry has been with me since he was 16, so I expect that he will operate the park in a fashion where our guests come first, and he will do great things for the park. And then it says, when you're around, and if I'm not traveling, I'll say hello. And so that's what's going on right now. I don't... it's not official. So, this was going on like that. And like I said, it's not officially been announced. This is just this is what's going on, but happening. I mean, the way that, I even asked Larry about it. And I'm not going to read the whole email just because, we were talking about, a bunch of different things. We had a bunch of different things go on. Let's see. There's a lot of things. Well, basically, he said what I had just said. And he's like, sorry to be vague, but I don't want to put the cart before the horse until I know the official plans. So, the true, but hasn't officially happened because of the coronavirus. So, when that happens, then we'll hear more about it. But that's what's on the block. Yep, we are going to be talking about that because the other items that I have on the list that as we've been going. Oh crap, where is it? Did it not say? Oh wait, can I just go back? I never saved it officially. Okay. So the other things that we are going to talk about, that's one of them. Cedar Fair and Disney's first quarter results. We're going to talk about skateboarders damaging a water park. We're going to talk about, we're going to a little bit talk about the Six Flags thing. I mean, there hasn't been any more news, but just in case anybody's been wanting to talk about it, the reservation thing. Somebody has missed a show. Somebody hasn't seen it. Somebody wants to talk about it. Also, Shanghai reopening May 11th. Yeah, let's talk about Disney Shanghai because that's really like the nice positive thing that we've seen happening, with all the doom and gloom. Ryan, let me get back to you in a second. Let me talk about this and then we'll talk about that. I promise you that. Yeah, Larry is a good guy. So, as we all heard the news, May 11th, Shanghai Disney is going to open. Now, I know they have, they've been practicing the different, what do you call it? Hang on. I know that, like the different social distancing methods. So, with that being said, here's my... It's basically, the CNBC, I just clicked this article. I don't know what it is, but it says Shanghai Disneyland will offer Disney a blueprint for how to reopen its other theme parks. Now, we all know that theaters and playgrounds and stuff at Shanghai are going to be closed. So that's going to be the same thing that happens at Disney. So this is really going to be the blueprint for the industry. What Disney does is most likely what's going to happen in the United States, not just with Disney, but Universal, SeaWorld, Six Flags, Cedar Fair, and any other Knoebels, Kennywood, Lake Compounds. It's pretty much, I think, is going to be across the board. That's what I think. Disney seems to be what I call the trendsetter in the industry. So we know it opens on May 11th. Let's see. It says Disney will be implementing occupancy caps and social distancing measures as well as the new sanitation policies. Now, I've been reading different articles about capacity and stuff about Shanghai Disney. On a busy day, the max capacity is about 80,000 guests. Because the Chinese government has part ownership at this Disney, that they've also institute a cap of 30%, which is 24,000 guests. Disney's saying that they're not going to open with 24,000 guests right off the bat. They're going to make a smaller number of capacity and then gradually add more and more to get to that 30%. It's going to be slow going, but we're eventually going to get back to our lives. 2020 is not going to be any of the way of pre-virus. So one thing, don't expect every ride to be open, because I don't expect that at any park. Not a Six Flags, not a Lake Compounce, not a Disney, not a Universal. I don't expect that at all. Not going to happen. Just because they're not going to open everything up with a lot of unknowns. And what I mean by unknowns, and I know like all the parks are going to try their best to reopen rides as they can. So I think at first any indoor attractions, theaters, for shows, I think just shows in general, character meet and greets are a no-no, especially at Shanghai. Any of their theaters closed, playgrounds closed, and they're going to just keep doing whatever they can until they get to a point where it's business as usual. When is that? I don't know. Could it be business as usual this year? Probably not. I think for the remainder of 2020, you'll be able to go to and enjoy, but you're not going to get your full value of your ticket. You're not going to get the full value of your pass. This is the year that you got to eat what I say the shit sandwich, support the parks to get them back to where we got to go. Look, I know I sound like a broken record. You know what I mean? Support the parks. Do what you can on your end. If you ain't got it like that, I get it. You know what I mean? You might be out of work. You're looking for, you got your pass. You can afford your pass. And maybe you got dining on it, and that's it. Then you got no extra dough because you're out of work. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying go out and spend thousands or even hundreds. 20 here, 20 there. If more people do that, $10, $5, something. Even if it's just buying an ice cream cone or buying a bag of pop. Say you used up all your stuff. All right, go buy a bag of popcorn. If you're hungry, don't buy it just to buy it and throw it in the trash. But, you get what I'm saying. What I do know is they're gonna find with this Disneyland in Shanghai that, it says guests will be required to purchase their admission tickets prior to arriving to the park and will need to select a specific date for the ticket. Annual pass holders will also need to make reservations before arriving at the park. Disney doesn't want more people showing up at the park than it will be able to admit inside. It says, before guests are permitted in the park, Disney said it will follow whatever guidance is provided by the local government officials and medical professionals. In Shanghai, that means Disney will implement the government-issued Shanghai Health QR code, a contact tracing and early detection system that is used widely in China. Guests will be required to wear masks except for when they are dining. Cast members will also be required to wear masks and will be trained ahead of the park's opening on how to have contactless interactions with guests and on proper cleaning procedures. Disney will be increasing how often the park is cleaned and disinfected during the day, as well as providing more sanitation stations for guests to use throughout the park. Globally, social distancing is a priority. Disney is looking to manage the density of the guests in its ride lines, restaurants, hotels, and even on the rides themselves. This will likely come in the form of tape markings on the ground or signage to encourage separation. See if there's anything, that's really the gist of any news. Yeah, being a flying destination is a real difference, J.M. Rhythm. Yeah, the whole thing is. Let me get back to Ryan, because he asked me and I told him I'd get back to him. before we go any further. So let me get back to this. Is anybody else chiming in? Anybody chiming in from Facebook? Just I gotta double check because I don't. I have two chat boxes here. It says YouTube and then multi-stream because this thing goes YouTube and Facebook, and a lot of times I miss out. I only keep like the YouTube chat open, and I had to click the multi-stream. Wow, there's a lot of messages here. Any case, so Ryan saying is Jersey Devil still open? Is going to be open during Fright Fest for COVID-19? It is over forever. I don't. Are you saying is it going to be open for Fright Fest? If Fright Fest is open and they are open and Jersey Devil's open, then yeah, I can see that. I know he said, yeah, Jersey Devil's probably going to resume work in a couple weeks. Probably, maybe. And I know you keep asking about the second wave of the virus. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I'm a fake horrorcore rapper doctor. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Jersey Devil isn't complete yet. I don't know how far along they are in the process of building. I don't know what's left. If the parks are open, that's the big if. Because, like, as we know, there's a lot of stuff closing, unfortunately, between fairs and parks. But I think, positively, I mean, it could. It could. I have no idea what I haven't seen any construction going on, and I heard a little rumor around the campfire that some people that don't don't know if there's people I know that live near there. A bunch of people that go and they kayak or stop by the thing and look to see if there's any cranes, any construction, anything going on, and they haven't seen anything in a little bit, so I don't know. A good amount from that last video I sent you. Okay, so there's been more since that last video. Okay. Grobble says, I would not bank on Fright Fest at Six Flags or Hollow weekends at Cedar Fair. Now, do you think because of the haunted house element, or just because you think they're just going to shut down and not open? I mean, I gotta start working with the haunted house people. As of right now, from the haunted houses that I know up here, they still plan to open as long as they can. I mean, they're planning to be open. The only benefit that I see for haunted houses, like, this would be the best year to go. And the reason why I say that is because now they're really going to have to get their pacing. You know what I'm saying? They're going to have to get their pacing down way ahead of time. They're going to have to pace and have people watching and walkie-talkieing and some kind of signals or something to go, okay, send the next group. Okay, send the next, you know what I'm saying? They're going to have to time it a lot better. They're not going to be able just to push everybody through. So, I don't know, man. Like, that's going to be a hard pill to swallow for a lot of... I don't know. What about if the U.S. adapted the QR code for testing like in China? That is a good system over there. Not sure how enough people here could be tested to that level. Well, a lot of scientists and doctors, from what I've been reading, they said to be able to get to that capacity is going to take a long time. This is my honest opinion. This is what I think has happened. It's not total doom and gloom, I guess, but it could be. Depends how you take it. Me taking a step back and looking at everybody's side of this, everybody. You know what I mean? From the people that are like, keep it closed, and the people that say, open it. If I'm taking a step back and not taking a side, and I'm looking at both sides, I'm also looking at the actual facts, the actual data, listening to scientists, keeping the political bullshit out of it because I'm so sick of political crap with all this. It looks, I honestly think the world governments gave up. They realized they don't have the capacity. They can't get that capacity up and running for whatever. I don't know if it has to do with money. I don't know if it has to do with capacity. You know, by the time they get the capacity to do it, how long does that take? Hey, what's up, Jason? So I think the world governments gave up and they're just going, we're just going to open in phases. People are going to either get infected, whatever, and then that's it. And that's what I think is happening. I think that they're going, you know what, screw it. We're doing the herd immunity route in a slow way. To me, I could be wrong. I don't know. But when I'm looking at everything and trying to figure out when parks are opening and when my life, I don't know. If I had been the president of the United States, I would have done one of two things. And it would have been on either side of the scale. I would have said, yeah, I know. I would have just shut everything down for 30 days and it would have been over. The whole thing would have been over. Yeah, like I said, I'm just happy that there's positivity happening. Even here in the state of Rhode Island, I mean, it's not much, but starting Saturday, the stay-at-home orders get lifted. So, and what I mean by that, there's still restrictions. Rhode Island, phase 1. As we know it, there's going to be more. There's going to be more to it on Friday, I think. So so the order expires on May 8th. I do know that the governor, what was that, Monday, it's something made masks that you have to wear outside. People are kind of pissed about that. I mean, you have to wear them when you go in a store. But I do know that state parks are going to open. And some, let's see, retail stores are going to, restaurants, more restaurants can open. Offices can open. I mean, everybody can really go back to work in phase. Well, not everybody, but there is no. Does it say how many groups of people? Like, when you're out, like groups of, I don't know. I guess I got to find that out on Friday, I guess. We'll find out. Because I don't see anything here. I mean, this is kind of the plan, but for phase 1, but it doesn't say how many. She goes, later this week, the governor said she plans to make an announcement about travel, which will include interstate travel, public transit, and the Block Island Ferry and more. Welcome to the Block Island Ferry. I don't know how many of you have seen that commercial before. And that's what we're going to start talking about, Jay. We're going to be talking about theme parks and rides. Yeah, Jay, don't forget, if you're doing bad, don't ever hesitate to message me privately, too. Like Charles says, you're doing okay. And even if, I mean, you might not want to talk in a big group, but if you ever want to talk privately, if you're feeling down, maybe I can be an asshole and make you laugh off of something stupid. It's kind of what I do. It's kind of the thing that I do for people. I mean, I've done it for Charles a bunch and Dave. Speaking of which, we postponed doing live today with him. If you notice, he's not here. Well, Lindsay, let me just say this. Like I've always said, if Chris wants to feel assurance, that's okay. You know what I mean? Like I said, there is no wrong or right to any of this. We all want to feel safe. We all want to go on the rides. I mean, Jay, I'm excited. I saw, speaking of rides, I did see I think you can correct me if I'm wrong on this, Jay, that Fiesta Texas posted some of the queue to the new ride. I think. You can correct me if I'm wrong. I saw it the other day. Hey, what's up, Coaster King? Jay, and let me tell you, everybody's struggling. I'm struggling. And I guarantee you every single person watching here is struggling. You know what I mean? Hey, what's up, John? Like I always say, if you know me on Facebook, or if you don't know me and you want to find me on Facebook, you just look up Joshua Martins. You look for the fatso with the insane clown posse, my kid and Jessica. You know what I'm saying? Just find me on Facebook. Message me. I don't care. Friend me. Message. You know what I mean? So by all means, I know a lot of people don't want to like put their personal business in this chat room. We all know that, right? By all means, hit me up on Facebook. I'm not... How I am here is how I am in real life. Anybody that's met me in real life can attest that I'm the same guy. There is no act. This isn't, if I go on a rant, it's because I'm pissed. I've gone on rants in public. Not to, catch attention, but I'm just that kind of guy with pent-up bullshit. Nobody... like I said, I don't want anybody picking... I don't want people picking on anybody for anything. And Jay, that's fine too, but I wouldn't distance yourself too much. That might send... I don't know how you are, like, you know what I mean? Like, what's going on in your head mentally. But if you ever want to talk to me, Jay, just hit me up. Don't be afraid. Ask anybody in here that I've talked to privately before the virus, during this, that, I've helped people as best as I can. I'm not a psychiatrist by any means, but we don't want to see anybody depressed. We don't want to see anybody thinking bad things. We don't want to see anything. And I know there's a lot of doom and gloom out there, and that's really all there is to that's going on. But the glimmer of hope, Disneyland Shanghai. We all know that Six Flags parks are going to open at some point. All parks are. Some are just going to close. Some are going to open. We're going to be back on our rides that we love before we know it. We just have to keep working together to get through it. This is really like a support group, really. This is the theme park support group, Grove Show, for those that, you know what I'm saying? I get it. Everybody needs escapism. That's why, if you want, give me a topic that'll piss me off, and I'll make everybody laugh by ranting if you really want. I love yelling at things. I've been busting Jessica's chops for all day. All day. Just to be a ball buster. Actually, she's been doing it back to me. I told her I was going to rocket snot on her face while she was sleeping. Let's see. Checker says, Pantheon will look good with a soundtrack while riding the thrill. Is Pantheon going to have audio or not? I don't know if they're going to go that route. Will a soundtrack go good with Verbolten's theming? You know what? No. And I'm going to tell you why. Tell you why. Verbolten, I think, is good at, great as it is. I never got to ride Big Bad Wolf, so I don't have that attachment like a lot of people have. You know what I mean? Like, I know, like I said, I missed out on Big Bad Wolf, so that's on me. Stuff like that. So, just, you know what I mean? Like, because there's, like, different things that go on inside the building for Verbolten. The different launch sequences and stuff like that. I think the scenery they use, what they do, what they got is awesome for Verbolten. I don't think Verbolten would benefit from a soundtrack just because of inside there's stuff going on. You know what I mean? So there would be no point for it, So, but yeah, so, it's like when you look at, like, Rip Ride, yeah, it does inside the building, it does, that I know. Oh, and it also does on the rickety bridge before diving down to go over the water like Big Bad Wolf did. Well, I will say, checking that was definitely beat out by I can't even believe I'm saying this, but Hagrid's motorboat coaster was definitely Coaster Bot Steam this Saturday. Yeah, I don't have what do you call it? I don't have a what do you call it? I've been reading, my brain just went like it always does. You have a schedule. I just kind of wake up and just go with it. You know, if I know the night before, like I got to go do work stuff, then I won't do a Grove show the next day. If I know that ahead of time, I'll say that. Last couple of Tuesdays was just I had to go do work stuff. I had to go do work stuff today, but we do the show at night, so during the day, I don't mind. You know, because now I got to go in there. I got to, like, do some cleaning and get some paperwork done and some stuff done so I can get ready for us to reopen. I don't know when I myself reopen, but I think the plan for the show anyway, you know, once I go back to work, whenever the hell that is, you know, do a couple nights a week before getting back into one night a week, or maybe something breaks out about news and I just go live. I don't know. But did you hear about the SeaWorld upgrading annual passes to the end of the year? I have not heard anything about... Oh, you know what I did? And I deleted the email because I didn't have a season pass and I'm an idiot. Hang on. I used to have a season pass to Busch Gardens. I had a platinum pass. Hang on, give me a second here. We'll fix this. Let's go to my deleted mail. It should be there. Hang on. That's what I think about that. I know it's here. Give me a sec. Or was that yesterday? I could have swore I opened it, and I know I deleted it. Monday, maybe? Wait, did I go past it? This is my medicine order. Let me look. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I just deleted it and didn't look at it. Maybe. Hang on. I know. Let's see. Come on, SeaWorld. Where are you? I know I saw it and then I went, I don't need this, and deleted it. Where the hell? I had gotten an email, and I know I hit the delete button. Oh, I gotta go look at the thing. The two members, well, two people would join in the, Oh, here we go. No. SeaWorld. Celebrate Mom the SeaWorld way. Maybe I don't, well, I get the news. Maybe I don't get the season pass thing because I'm not a member. I mean, think about it. I had a pass there for like 3 years. No, I had it for 5 years. Wow. That's crazy. But hang on. Let me, SeaWorld upgrades season passes for 2020. Seas passes. I didn't spell right. Seas passes. Where's the news? Okay, extensions. When was this article written? So this was the 2 day. I didn't even wear my watch today. Jesus. Okay, let's see. I don't see anything about upgrades. What do they have? You guys can. Oh, that's cool. So, Jay, did they say anything about the cool bonuses? So let me ask you this, Jay. What and Chris, you guys obviously have those passes. So you get a bonus for being a platinum member for SeaWorld. So I also get extra stuff for paying on my Six Flags membership, but in my opinion, I think SeaWorld did a much better. What did they say? Oh, you get $50 to spend at the park, 2 special drinks, and 30% off. That's not bad. That's good. Looks like SeaWorld passes got upgraded to full chain passes. That's a nice bump. Yeah, that is a nice bump. Let's see. Hagrid's check-in says Hagrid's magical creature motorbike coaster looks similar to Verbolten and its theming. Yeah and no, there's more animatronic because Verbolten doesn't have any animatronics. There's actual animatronics on Hagrid's. There are many of the same features as Verbolten. You know, the launches, the drop track. There's a lot of cool things that obviously Verbolten doesn't have. That's obviously two different manufacturers. Like, I love Verbolten for what it is. I wouldn't change a thing. If they had more money, add some animatronics and stuff. But there is theming inside the building than, you know, for Verbolten. And then when you have Hagrid's, it's outdoor, indoor, frontwards, backwards. You know, there's some cool stuff in Hagrid's. Like, that tells a story. That isn't it, you know, you're immersed in an experience. Verbolten, you're just racing through, doing its thing. You're kind of immersed. You're immersed in your environment, but it's not the total package like Hagrid's is. Because there was a lot of times, as companies are spending a little bit more money on certain attractions, like you know, like Rise of the Resistance, even the Millennium Falcon ride. Then you got Hagrid's. You're part of the experience. You're part of you're part of it. You're not just watching it. You're part of it. You're in it. You're in the you're in the trenches. You're doing your thing, and that's what I hope more and more attractions become. And then Jason, you said, well, he is a mind blower. Did not know back in the 70s, SeaWorld designed Magic Mountain. And I'm supposed to be a SeaWorld park. Well, I never even knew that. Okay, so he just sent. Hang on, give me a sec here. Inbox. Where's my messages? Oh, here we go. I see it. All right, so Chris sent me this Gold Annual Pass. Your Gold Annual Pass has been upgraded to a Florida Platinum Annual Pass. Your new benefits include access to 11 parks, 3 free guest tickets, 1 free animal encounter. Plus, enjoy more benefits such as free preferred parking, free digital photo downloads, free ride again access. All right, cool. Cool, man, cool. So that's cool. But yeah, so that's so he got upgraded from gold to platinum, and he gets those perks. Obviously, it's different than what Jay Kite has, but I get it. You're getting all these kind of different things. You know what I'm saying? So. it is what it is. We got to do all these different things to. The parks are doing the right thing, and hear me out on this. When I know it might be an unpopular opinion. Let's see. But I mean, you told us what they were. Yeah, I heard about that, but it didn't do too good financially, and ended up closing. But just imagine we could have had a third Busch Garden. Yeah. Hey, Marcus, what's up, dude? Why didn't SFNE ever get a Justice League? Well, I knew after they built a bunch, and for whatever reason, I don't know if it was cost or whatever, they decided to just stop doing the Justice League rides. There are no more coming. That doesn't mean that dock rides aren't going to be coming. They will be. I don't know if it was last year or the year before, they sent out surveys about dock rides, but they would be generic, like zombies or robots or whatever. That's at some point. But now, I think right now they're going to be holding off on these kind of rides because in the near future, not the long term, but the near, because with everything going on, anyway, no indoor rides. Keep them outdoors. So who the hell knows? Let's see. Alan, Sesame Place is one in the Northeast. Williamsburg is Mid-Atlantic. You had Ohio, but that was sold. Six Flags turned into a water park by Cedar Fair and then left abandoned. All right. Yeah, I had gotten my pass when I was at Busch Gardens, Williamsburg. And Jay, in your mind, the smaller parks like ZDTs, they're probably going to open because they're not. I think ZDTs is going to open before SeaWorld, the Six Flags, or even the Piers, because it's a smaller place. There's not a lot of people that go there. It will be busy when it opens. I think when people realize that there's a ZDTs and it has a roller coaster and it's got some things to do, people are going to be going out in full force. Now, the weird thing that I see on the positive side of the virus, like with places like ZDTs and Quasi and places like that, even go-kart track places, you know what I mean, FECs and stuff like that, when they open, people are going to flock to them. Regardless if there's a capacity thing or not. They are going to, what do you call it? People are going to flock. I think what all this did was from keeping people trapped in here and their, what do you call it? The pent up. You know what I mean? Like history on things that are showing up is people are sick of sitting in their house and just going to go crazy. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. Let's see. And Jay said, "Yeah, you just schooled us on." I mean, I've heard about the other Busch Gardens that didn't really work out too well before. I've heard about that. Like I heard about it like a few years ago. Somebody was telling me about it, and then it kind of left my brain because it was failed, defunct, whatever. So yeah, they already did it at Texas beaches, and it only lasted 3 seasons, about as long as Sesame Place near over Texas. So, again, there's a lot of cool things that we can look forward to soon. Plus, I kind of like the history lesson. I would love to get people like Jason on the show, Jason in Paradise, or anybody that has history, that knows history about defunct things, and come on and just talk about it. Like if you know the history that you've experienced, or just know the hell out of the history, by all means, we should definitely we should do that. Just because I don't pretend to know anything. You know what I mean? Like I don't. It's crazy, man. It's just crazy. Just the stuff that's going on. And what do you say? What's the attraction that left SFNE that you missed? I don't miss Shipwreck Falls. I'll be honest, I don't really miss it. But what I will tell you, what I do miss from SFNE, there's a few rides that I miss. I can't just pick one. I missed the log flume. I missed the Ferris wheel. I missed the TriStar. I missed the Baines Curve. I missed Buzzsaw. Those rides I do miss. I'm trying to make sure that I'm not missing out on something that left. I'm trying to think of what left. There was a Six Flags Miami, Florida. What? I did not know that. When the hell was that? I never even heard of that. Yeah, Time Warp. I forgot about that. Was good. That was good. My last ride before the parks closed. Well, it was at Disneyland in California. What the hell was one of the last things we rode at night? I hope it was a good attraction that I rode when I left. Oh, you know what the last attraction I rode was? Big Thunder Railroad. That was the last thing we rode when we left. I guess it's not a bad way to go out, I guess, you know, for the year. At least I could say I rode something this year. I'm not trying to kind of rub it in your faces, but I'm kind of rubbing it in your faces. I know a bunch of you have ridden stuff this year, but Time Warp was the one. I forgot who made it. These guys know who made it, but it was inside Pandemonium. Like, you know, when you're riding by the station, you know, the queue line, it went, you know, and it's going around to come back there before it has that little dip. Inside over there was a, you know, the two arms and they go upside down, whatever the hell they. Yeah, that thing. Oh yeah, Nightwing, Catapult. There was a lot of cool rides that they got rid of. Poland Springs Plunge, the log flume. I was gonna respond to somebody. I can't remember. Chris says he's a huge Florida park history buff. Not sure who thought a SeaWorld park in Ohio was a good idea. I mean, it probably on paper it sounded like a good idea, and then probably wasn't a good idea. You know, you're looking at when you're trying to. When you want to build a park or whatever you're trying to do, you're trying to look at, especially when, you know, SeaWorld was, you know, expanding. So they had them, you know, right now you have them in Florida, you got it in Texas, you got it in California, and you know, and then they had Ohio. They figure, hey, we'll hit the north, the south, the west, the southeast, you know. So that's. You know, they were probably planning on opening more, and then they just decided to stop. You know, and they got Busch Gardens, they got Sesame Place in Pennsylvania, and which I will say that Sesame Place in Pennsylvania is awesome. I don't know if you've ever been or not. Wait, somebody from. Oh, James Kelly says hi. I didn't. Yeah, see, I got to keep checking it because I don't. Oh yeah, I didn't show you that. Supergirl is not done. So what I'm gonna do before I miss, and let me add something here. I'm gonna add a picture Oh, wait, I got to download a picture first. Hang on a sec. Give me a second. Give me a second. Somebody sent me a picture or two. I mean, realistically, maybe we shouldn't be showing this, but the whole internet's seen it already. And I know I didn't drop this bomb. So, we'll just go with that. Image. New image. Oh yeah, gotta browse, gotta get it. Where are your downloads? Give me your downloads. All right, so this is a different picture. This is a full out picture. You can see. Hang on, let me. Hang on, guys. We can cover me up. We don't care about that. All right, so for what you can see here, let me scroll down, see if there's anything. All right, so if you look, you can see the red coast of that Superman. You can see a cement circle. I don't know. You can see the red building to the right, you know, by all these things here. So what I'm doing is I'm dragging. You can see at the bottom of the screen the cement circle. That's the cement pad for Supergirl, where that's going. That's where that's going. And if you look where the red roof is, and you look up, there's something there, and it looks like there's going to be stands for statues. There's also one, if you look up, you see the gauntlet and the trees in the middle, dead center here. If you look a little bit towards the end of the walkway, when you're going, you know, follow the lift hill, and you keep following, you see Catwoman's whip a little bit, and you can see there's a statue there. Well, a base for a statue, because we all know that this area that you're looking at is supposed to become DC Universe. You can't really see too much, but that's all you can see. That's all we've seen. There was just some like guy pops up on Reddit, and then people were firing off this well, not this picture. There was a different picture. Yeah, because for those that don't remember, that cement hole, that's where they used to have the painted spot left of, oh, that, yeah, that's what are they, it's like a DC Universe thing or whatever. Let's see how much I can blow this up. You can see Catwoman's whip behind Cyborg. You can see Gotham City Gauntlet. That thing up there, that is not Kryptonite Collider. That's the Jets in Kidsopolis. Because the area that we're looking at, you can see Scream over here in the bottom right. Up above it, you can see the pizza joint, the taco place. You can see some of Kidsopolis. You can see the cars. You can see the Jets. On the other side is more with so there's a bunch of stuff you can see. You can see over here in the bottom right over here is Thunderbolt wooden roller coaster. And this is Six Flags New England. Well, not all of it. There's a little piece of it. I haven't seen any other photos that has come up. But if you look right here, you can see the statue base a little better. You can see these two statue things over here. This used to be the entrance where the mouse coaster is, right over, to the right below it. They used to be where the stadium used to be, where the Batman stunt show. They used to be all in this area where the coaster is. So for those that do or do not remember, in the grass to the left of the coaster, that's where the slingshot used to be. And they used to have the football field where you could kick the, through the field goal post. But this area right here, for those that don't know, where Superman and all this is, this used to be a speedway. This used to be a race car track. back when it was Riverside, before it was Six Flags New England, this whole area was a racetrack. You could come in, and the park was open at like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. They'd be having races, people riding rides. It was crazy back in the day. So, but this used to be a race car track over here. I can remember being at the park when I was younger, and all you hear is racing. So my parents would go watch the race cars. I'd go, me and my brother, or just me, or whatever. We would go do all that stuff. But yeah, that's the other picture I have. Shows this cement pad, and if you look in the queue line next to the cement pad, you can see the Superman shield as part of the queue that they don't open. Because if you see this building right next to the queue, that's the entrance building to Superman. So you come down, and you walk past it, and you don't even go in the Superman shield. They haven't opened that part of the queue in a long time. But from aerial view, you see the Superman S. But this is the pad that Supergirl is going to go on. That's how they left it off. So half the work is done. They just have to put the ride in. So. And then the blue roof, that's the queue building. It looks like there's a... Is that a stand or a truck? Let's see if I can zoom this anymore. I don't know what that is. Could be a stand, like a... Oh, that might be the Dippin' Dot stand over there, actually. But if you look, you can see a statue base. All right, so the rides... First, there used to be a Nightwing, which... Wasn't that a Huss lay down, kind of like Enterprise? It was a prototype. Then, it sat vacant for a while, and then they put Kryptonite Collider, which was... the Nightwing Zipper before that. Yeah. I think Supergirl is going to be received a little bit the same as Cyborg, maybe a little bit better. In reality, they're both spinning rides, and people are starting to get sick of spinning rides. I know that's all there is out in the world is spinning rides. But that just seems what they all keep making, and people are kind of getting a little bit sick of spinning rides. I mean, every time they announce something that spins, and they're like, oh, I'm sick of the spin rides. Like, I can't do spinning rides. I get sick, or whatever, you know, and I get it. There are other rides other than spin puke rides. You know, they could bring in a new log flume. And I bet you the public would receive that very well, actually. You know? I don't know why they don't want to do it, but I think they should. Yeah, that station, the Skyway station, that's, you know, right over in the, you know, by the gazebo. Oh, of course, flat rides are cheaper than roller coasters, but I'm just saying, the problem is, and I say this all the time, and I'm going to say it forever until it happens. Innovation is almost non-existent. You know, you make your fan favorites what's popular, and nobody's willing to take the risk to come out with a new product that wows people, or take something that's old, make it something new, and wow people. You know what I'm saying? So, of course they want to squeeze more money out of the water park. You'd be dumb not to. Water park is the best way to spend less and get more. Water slides are not expensive in the realm of theme parks. They're expensive to you and I. I mean, I don't have the money to go get a water slide like that. Yeah, a lot of people think in that picture. Let me go back to that picture. And Cheryl, they don't have an opening date yet. That's you gotta. It depends where Six Flags comes into the phases. So we just, if you look at this, and let's go to Gauntlet. Some people believe, and I don't know, maybe Jay Kite could shine some light onto this, or anybody that's ridden a Raptor, an RMC Raptor. People believe that you could fit a Raptor in this area over here. Maybe you could. I don't know. I'm wondering if they have to use some of this and maybe use some of the area around Catwoman's whip, maybe. I don't know. Is the Zebra Nebula? Yeah, that's the one that looks like, like gears and the thing's just going crazy. But yeah, if you look at the space, it is a big space. I just don't know what the footprint of, Wonder Woman at Fiesta, Texas. I don't know how many feet the footprint. I don't know how much it uses, but they think that could fit there. Because I'm telling you, that ride is eventually going to leave. When that is, I don't know. Right now, they'll probably keep it for a little bit longer as they're trying to redo their 5-year plan after all this. I wish I had some more pictures. I wish I could just fly the drone. I wish Six Flags would be like, go ahead, fly the drone over. I don't care. Yeah, that thing. I rode that out of IAPA. That thing's cool. Yeah, I can't show you more of the park just based on this. I mean, I can show, if you look for the yeah, I don't see them putting in $2 until they can successfully fix the issues that they have with them. That's why nobody's buying them. Wow. Let's see. Well, we know it's not going to go there. A Skyline, Skywalk. I hope that nobody, and I don't mean this in a bad way, I hope that Skyline attractions can fix before they come out with any new you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what Jeremy's doing up there to them. I have no idea. I have no idea what Jeremy's doing up there to her. It's all right. I'm gonna get her after. I know she's not listening, but I'm gonna get her. And she doesn't know, which is nice. But yeah, Gotham City, it is easy maintenance, and it should last a while. And I get that. Then you got. If they want to keep the Catwoman theme, can't they move the coast to the top of the hill next to Riddler? If not, that's the perfect place for a sky whatever. Yeah, Chris, I heard about a surf coaster, but nobody knows what it does, what it's going to look like. Is that like a new stand-up coaster? Or is it just... I don't know. Any news on Cedar Fair Park's reopening with guidelines? Just based off of their call, I think for the most part, the guidelines are pretty much going to be across the board. Maybe some different details for guidelines across the... It doesn't matter. I think Cedar Fair and Six Flags and, I think across the board, it's pretty much going to be the same. Some differences, but I think it's going to be pretty the same, I think. Well, B&M needs to do something, and they probably realize they got to do something because, look, B&M is known for being the Rolls Royce of roller coasters. We can all agree with that. They should put a flat in the old Spider spot by the Riddler. I should go back to that picture in a second, but to show you guys something. B&M was getting their butt kicked because RMC came out and was just like banging them out. B&M's been kind of making a little bit of a comeback in the United States with the Gigas and like they had Banshee come and They got Gigas, and their coasters cost a lot of money. And right now, yeah, I know, right? Well, let's see how many people are watching on Facebook, and we can combine the two and see how many people are watching. Look, more and more people, if people shared it, more and more people would tune in, and that's fine. I'm happy with whatever, as long as at least one person. So that we got 19 total. There's 2 on Facebook, and then there's 17 in here, which is awesome. Oh, we lost one. Somebody tuned out. Damn you, people. Yeah, and I get it with B&M. You know what I mean? Like, I get it. You know what I mean? Like, they make a great, reliable product. Everybody wants one. We all know that. You know what I'm saying? But parks are going with cheaper things because they're realizing the amount of money that they're getting for a coaster, and then the amount of money the parks are willing to spend. I mean, even Intamin got smart, and that's when you got the launch coaster at the SeaWorld in San Antonio, the one that looked like the is either San Antonio or San Diego, wherever. Yeah, I can hear the Masked Singer above my head, actually. They're watching the Masked Singer. Intamin got a little bit, cheap. Like, hey, okay, we're going to get these launch coasters that look like, the ski-doos, whatever we want to call them, for the ocean. Jet skis. And if you... you can have your big, bad, expensive rides for the parks that want them. But you also need to make a product that's a little bit cheaper, that's affordable. RMC has cheaper options. The wood coaster companies have a cheaper option. Vacoma's got cheaper options. Hey, you have a good night, Cheryl, and enjoy your dinner. What are you eating? I didn't eat dinner today. We had a good lunch. Yeah, SeaWorld and Busch loves to buy B&Ms. Why? I don't know the true meaning why, but I think it all goes back to reliable. The general public loves them. The general public loves a lot of stuff. You could tell by, when you go to the parks, by what rides are popular and what's not. If I owned a park right now, if I own one park, say, let's pretend I own Six Flags New England, just because I know that park inside and out of my head. Pizza! I'm so sick of pizza. We ate a lot of pizza. Surf coaster might be a launch stand-up coaster that you stand sideways instead of forward. That would be cool. It's still going to hurt your chicken McNuggets. If I owned a park right now, I would be looking at the rides that cost me the most money in maintenance. Like that are just a pain in the ass. And then rip out stuff. So I would honestly for me, what I would remove Goliath, I would remove Flashback, I would remove Houdini, I would remove Rodeo, and I would remove what do you call it, Tomahawk. Those rides right there alone I would get rid of. I'd also get rid of Gotham City Gauntlet. Pasta for my dinner tonight. There you go. Those would be all the rides at Six Flags New England at the second that I would get rid of. Period. Those bunch of rides. And I would just put in new rides, regardless of if it was a flat, a roller coaster, or a dark ride. I would definitely put a dark ride in. I would definitely get one of those new Vekoma launch coasters. Like the ones we've been seeing everybody wants. Not a Max Force or anything like that. Like one that actually did stuff out back, whatever. I'd figure a place to find it. That's something that I would do. Not looking good for launch coasters if the market turns against high maintenance rides. Yeah, those become a high maintenance ride, but if I owned a park, that's what I would do, regardless of whatever. But I'm just saying, look at Goliath, look at Flashback, all the times that they're down. They're always busted. They're always crazy. Nobody's riding Tomahawk or Houdini anymore. Nobody's riding Rodeo. I would change the bumper cars to better cars because the ones that they got in New England suck ass. They're horrible. See, when you go to Knoebels and you ride their bumper cars and then you go everywhere else sucks. The only places that I've been that had good bumper cars has been 3 current places. Well, Knoebels. What's that one in New York that closed that moved to Albany? I can see the sign in my face. It was up in it's in upstate New York. I know Charles knows what I'm talking about. I'm trying to think of whatever. They had awesome bumper cars just like Knoebels. And believe it or not, a cruise ship on Royal. I've been on a damn ship. Wow, my brain is like mush. It is. Hang on, give me a second here. I'll find it in a second. Anthem. Anthem of the Seas. Anthem of the Seas is got amazing bumper cars. Well, I'm looking at my photos on Facebook and me in a suit. I'm fat, but I look pretty good in a suit. Oh, I gotta stop looking at these pictures. Oh, the good old days. Oh, I know I'm not paying attention to anybody. Yeah, Anthem. So, Hoffman's. That's what it is, Larry. Hoffman's. There you go. Steve Striker 2 says, if Six Flags opens up, they should add they're not responsible for getting sick, and they are trying to prevent getting sick, and they can use that in case to save money. I'll answer that in a second, Steve. Check it. The Carnival ship is Mardi Gras. That hasn't opened yet. That's the Mardi Gras is the one that's getting it. And what Steve said, I think what's going to happen is that no business. See, here's the thing. Businesses should not be on the hook if you get sick. It's very hard to pinpoint where you got sick because it takes X amount of days to get sick. I mean, you could say, I got sick and I was around these places and maybe, but reality, the case should get thrown out. And the reason why I say that is anybody going out knows the risk. When you walk out that door at any given day, you could go to the grocery store. Oh, wait a minute. No, the government says that the virus doesn't go to Walmart and Target and grocery stores and Home Depot and Lowe's. All right, so you shouldn't have to worry about it now. Yeah, Iowa, the lost whatever, I'm intrigued that somebody's opening up a new park, especially at $100 million. I know we talked about this the other day, briefly, not a lot. The other day, hang on, let me pull this up because I like looking at it because I was a little intrigued. Let me get rid of this. $100 million Lost Island theme park plans unveiled. So they have. Can I save image? All right. I'm gonna save that. What's the next one? Give me a second. I'm saving some images here so I can put them up on the screen. Wait, is one of them? I thought one of them had a roller coaster in the picture. Guess not. Oh, maybe there is down here. Guess not. Anyway, so let me hang on. All right, hang on. Let me go here. Oh, before I get rid of this picture. Oh, you can't see it in the picture. But see at the top here where there's Catwoman's whip and there's these stairs. There used to be a bridge that you used to walk by the side of the antique cars and you could get the Spider. There used to be this bridge over there, but that's gone now too. Nick Gurr said parks would be open in the fall. Nobody knows when anything is truly opening. And I'm okay with not knowing. It is what it is. I mean, yes, I want to get back. I'm not saying keep them closed forever. But until we see anything, it's going to be kind of a bit of nothing. All right, so here's one picture I'll show you guys. Let me get rid of my face. You want to look at this, not me. All right. So if you look at this, you can see it's got a volcano. It's got a spin there. What do you call it? A top spin. I don't know what, unless it's a Cudo, I don't know what that is. There is other, I mean, I like this. You can see some tiki things. A little reminiscent of Volcano Bay a little bit, but not total. I mean, because it's got a volcano. I see tiki heads and stuff. So that's Park Pro's video thumbnail shows a coaster in it. Looks like Kananoan and possibly an SLC from South Africa will be major coasters. All right. Let me get the next one, the next photo. Let me get another photo. Let me do this. This is all for that Lost Island Park in Iowa, just so everybody realizes what we're looking at here. There's some more photos here. So it looks like it's got like a playground area. It's got, you know, like kiddie area. You could, I think that if you see behind the, what we call balloon race here to the left, look, you can see a lift hill. So it might be that SLC that's going in there that you could kind of see. So you got that, and you see this is mostly a kiddie area over here, you know. Nothing too giant. You know, but one more picture I got, and then we can be, you know, talk about whatever. Let me get the last picture here. So this one, I know this one's got some thrill rides in it. It's got some rides I'm a little happy to see. All right, so as you can see, you got the plane spinny weird ride here. You got a drop tower. It looks weird and different. I'm okay with it. I mean, it doesn't look like it's a big giant park. Obviously, there'll be room for expansion at some point in life, but I think it's a great thing. And who knows what's gonna happen? I mean, if it does actually open and things actually happen, we'll see. You know, I have high hopes for anything that's willing. I mean, like Legoland, and now you got this one that's open. Maybe we're slowly starting to see some reinvestment to make some bigger parks. You know, and see what happens. And Steve says, I haven't heard anything from any of my supervisors yet about opening. Still waiting for the retraining. I think, you know, you guys, honestly, look, I think most parks are going to open in July. Not all. Yeah, there's no news on anything. You know, really on the Cedar Fair parks, even in their quarter, you know, the quarter one investment call. There's nothing the Cedar Fair first quarter results. They made the net revenues total 54 million compared with 67 million last year. The first quarter ended on March 31st. The decrease in net revenues for the period was the direct result of a 239,000 visit decrease in attendance and a 3 million decrease in out-of-pocket revenues. Both shortfalls due to the virus, but they were saying this is some positive news. Prior to the mid-March disruption of the operations, attendance was up 149,000 visits, or 19%. Revenues were up more than $8 million, both increases primarily driven by a record start to the 2020 season at Knott's Berry Farm. And hey, I'm part of that, spent money there in quarter one. The company's only year-round park. During the last 2 weeks of the quarter, with no parks in operation as a result of the virus, the company estimates it lost 388,000 visits and more than 20 million in revenues when compared to the same 2-week period a year ago. It said net loss for the quarter was 260. I mean, it's just a bunch of, what happened. They did some stuff to move around. They did a completion of a private offering of $1 billion of 5.5% senior secured notes due in 2025, of which 463 million was used to repay a portion of its senior secured term loan. In concert with bond offerings, the company added an incremental 100 million in revolving credit commitments to its existing revolving credit facility, increasing its total size of the revolver to 375 million. They had to move things around. Disney's, their revenue was 18 billion. They suspended the dividends. They said total operating income was 2.42 billion in the quarter, down from 3.82 billion, a 37% drop. The media networks made 7.26 billion. The parks, experience, and products made 5.54 billion, which was down 10%. Studio entertainment was 2.54 billion, up 18%. Direct to consumer and international was 4.12 billion, up more than 100%. So, these were just like the little clips, just trying to give you an idea what's going on, what to hear, what to think. We don't know anything. It's like I said, we're throwing dots and spinning the wheel and rolling the dice, trying to figure out when anything's going to open. We don't know when anything's going to open. When the park announces it, you best believe we'll be letting you guys know. The other things, Waldemar Park out in Pennsylvania, some adults ages from 20 to I think like 29 to 30 something years old thought it'd be a great idea to go skateboarding on the water slides. There was like $6,000 worth of damage, but they were hiding out in the pool when the authorities came. They all got arrested, so they're all going to be trouble. So those are the dingbats of the week, I guess, because it's just it seems like every day is a bunch of dingbats. Okay, we talked about that. I know we've gone off course, and that's fine. I don't really care about that. For those that love Ace, New Jersey, that region and their events, they've canceled 4 events that are not happening. They may get rescheduled, but right now not happening. That was announced today. So Can You Dig It at Diggerland? Canceled. Seaside Screams, June 6th, canceled. Bubbles Birthday Bash, June 13th, canceled. And Dancing with the Devil, June 28th, has been canceled for now anyway. So we shall see what happens. Because now I wonder if they're going to, infectious, hot mess of the week. Smoky Mountain Water Park. It's opening up in Tennessee in the Smoky Mountains, called Sparky Mountain Water Park. Huh. The slides look pretty cool. They're like on a Volcano Bay caliber. That's what we need. We need more of that kind of interaction with a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? Well, not people, but parks. I'm hoping that they can up their game. You know what I'm saying? When you bring in Cal, and I know it's like beating a dead horse. We know Six Flags and Cedar Fair and other companies don't have Universal and Disney. We know that. But you can do things a little cheaper, and I'm sure because Disney and Universal's making it, people are charging a little bit more because it's Disney and Universal. A small park, I can't afford that. What can I afford at a cheaper price? But I want to get some type of, I know our May events got a vent for our Ace events, regions. But we need more stuff like that. But that's Jaguar versus Batman the ride, yeah. Yeah, Charles, $100 million for a ground up park is not a ton of money. Like I told you, when I had those off-season meetings with Six Flags, even like 3, 4, 5 years ago, they were saying back then 500. It would at that time, like 4 years ago, 5 years ago, it would cost $500 million to build the park. Then could be even longer than that when that conversation had. So you get an idea of to build Six Flags New England is probably $600, $700, $800 million right now. If you were to build everything right now, brand new, exactly the way it is, would cost you probably about $800 million. Well, maybe a little less, maybe $600, $700 million probably. If you built it exactly as it was then, as it is today, just the cost of things. So if you had a cool $1 billion, I would like to know how the hell did somebody was able to get in a Disney property and camp there for a whole freaking week. Yeah, didn't they on that island thing where there was that water park or whatever it was? The one that they closed down and just sitting there abandoned. They were camping over there. I think that's where they were camping. Look, if you want to go camping and do crazy things, you could do it. Especially when there's nobody around. Somebody could drop you off. You can walk. You can have a back. I don't know what the guy had with them. I don't know if he had a car with him, if he got dropped off and was like, hey, I'm going to camp at Disney. I'm going to see how long it takes to get me, caught. He was like, I'm just going to go do it and hang out. Yeah, Discovery Island. I saw that and I laughed. Island was the original zoo. Yeah, it has animals on it. But yeah, like I said, there are a lot of crazies out there. I mean, honestly, I think if I lived there, I might have tried that too. I'm just saying. But, I don't. So, I mean, I'm stupid, but, maybe I would have tried. I mean, nah, I can't do this. Hey, Theme Park New England, what's going on? So, yeah, like I said, it's crazy that people are willing to... I mean, look... With all the craziness going on, people are just amplifying their craziness around. While sometimes it's funny and it's cool, other times it's kind of like, kind of back off a little bit with the crazy. But yeah, there's a whole lot of crazy out there. A whole lot of crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a whole lot of crazy out in the world. And Jason, I don't know, is this something in your drinking water? Because it seems like mostly like Florida people, like the crazy, like the when they thought it was the zombies and it was the drug there. Whatever the hell it was. The guy was eating the guy and eating his face off or whatever. Florida. That was some years ago. I don't know how many years ago, but I think you remember that. Might have been meth or something, and the guy was just like a homeless guy eating another homeless guy or something. There's always crazy stuff going on in Florida. I don't know if it's the heat and humidity makes people go nuts. I don't know. I still love Florida, though. Hey, go eat. Be safe. Stay safe. Don't... Florida water tap, yeah. People are just... I mean, right now, with people being cooped up and going crazy, people are just doing crazy things. I mean, if you see the crazy things I'm saying to people and doing things... Oh, I'm not saying not all. I'm just saying there's a lot of crazy, you know, there's a lot of crazy in Florida. I'm not saying all Floridians are like that way. I'm just saying there's a lot of crazy in Florida. Hey, I should be there. Welcome. I'll welcome to Florida. Would you like to come and play? We have amusement parks and alligators. And I'm coming here to welcome you to Florida. Have a good time and stay away from the tap water and the meth and you'll be all right. That's what I would say for every person. I would record that and play it in the airport and play it, it'll tune into your car. It'll hack your car and say, welcome. And then we'll just do things like that. Yeah, you can say the same thing about Texas, but it just seems like in the news that there's more Florida crazies than anywhere else. I mean, I always hear Florida, 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 Florida. Once in a while, you hear a little bit of Texas. Once in a while, you hear a little bit of, California and... Yeah. Yeah, Florida man is a meme or not, yeah. So what do? You type in Florida man and your birthday. Let's see. Florida man. No. I got a Florida man is under arrest accused of video recording himself performing sex acts on a Siberian Husky dog. According to the Pinellas County Sheriff's Office, Christian Nichols, 21, is charged with 1 count of aggravated animal cruelty. Nicole, whatever he is, was arrested on February 11th in Oldsmar, which is between Tampa and Clearwater. Okay, so a guy, that's probably like, let me see something. I just typed in March 11th just to see if it was different. It's a Florida man whips restaurant worker with rope. A Naples man was arrested. Wow. I'm not going to lie, it's cocaine. Florida man tries to eat stolen debit card. Deputies say man had 13 stolen credit cards and debit card. Wow. People in Florida, they're really crazy. I mean, we could play that game all day and put everybody's birthday in and see what it says. Can we get back to it? Yeah. I'm just saying, I did the challenge, and I put my birthday, and I got dogs with sex, and then I just did March 11th, and there's cocaine and eating debit cards. Florida man sues hair dye maker after being scared. Yeah, oh God, it's funny. Let's see. This is fun. I'm going to do one more and just see. I put Florida man, June 21st. And it's the first thing that pops up is a Florida man has been acquitted of killing his father, but convicted of dismembering the body. Who's XXX Tenation? Who's that? I don't know who that is. Or on June 21st, oh no. June 12th this happened, but he's due in court on the 21st. This is from 2019. The thing says, naked Florida man performs strange dance at McDonald's. So February 3rd. All right, let's do it. Hey, we'll take requests. February 3rd. Let's see. What? February 3rd. Florida man who had sex with a dolphin said it seduced him. Let's see. Oh, wait. What was the next one? Yeah, I know. Okay, so January 30th. Let's see. This is the last one. I mean, this is getting a little crazy, but I mean, I guess if it's making everybody laugh. Oh, okay. January 30th. Florida man, I had to click it, spends 41 days in jail for heroin. Turns out to be detergent. Florida man accused of hanging dog from tree, punching child. The person was arrested after he was charged with animal cruelty and child abuse. Yo, what are you guys doing in Florida? March 7th. Say theme parks, but this is kind of funny. I don't even know why I'm laughing, but I just read the thing. Florida man jailed after trying to barbecue all the child molesters. He attempted to set multiple people on fire at a motel. According to investigators, he faces 4 murder charges on attempted premeditated murder. He told the deputies that he arrived at the motel to barbecue all the child molesters on fire and kill them. Oh my God. They said the deputy said he didn't carry out his threats. The man simply replied, "You got here too soon." Well, here's the thing that I read about the vaccines, Ryan. For 12 to 18 months, that is actually the time. I read up on this just so I could make sure that I was up to date on stuff. They said that basically the 12 to 18 month. Hey, what's up, Coaster Box? What do you call it? The 12 to 18 months has to do with by the time they do, they test they test the vaccine on whatever. They test on animals and they test on people, for all this, and that's also they are also including how long it takes to get the people vaccinated. It's not 12 to 18 months and vax. July 10th, Florida man runs off to drink a beer after mooning deputies, cops say. Well, there you go. Hey, barbecue is very popular in Texas. It's also popular in St. Louis. There's a few other places, but Texas is very popular with that, for sure. And they like barbecued pedophiles, which is fine. You can have barbecued pedophiles. Yeah, Florida man. That's what started all this Florida man stuff. If you look at the comments, what we're talking about and things that I'm talking about, we were making the joke that like most of the crazies of the United States anyway come out of Florida. Not all, but a lot. So you said a Florida man got arrested for camping at Disney World. So we talked about that right before you came in, and then we just started. Chris over here, he challenged me to do you type in Florida man and your birthday, like the month and the date, the day, and then read what happens, and that's where that's why you've been probably hearing some weird stuff that have nothing to do with theme parks, which is fine. Oh yeah, I'm looking for something. Okay. Where is it? Oh. Okay. Where is it? Hang on. Let me do this. All right. I am doing Jessica's. I want to see what Jessica says on her birthday. Well, on her birthday, Florida man entices gator to bite him. Pours bear down its throat. Okay. And Florida man is arrested for trying to get a caiman drunk. Forced a caiman to drink beer. I guess it's a sea life. And another one was allegedly breaking into a house and trying on baby clothes while holding a woman hostage. Okay. Well, that's weird. We are truly losing it. You saw a Florida man got killed in a car accident in Seekonk. And then we do love barbecues, but I can't confirm or deny that we like to burn people like that. We are a bunch of sick and twisted individuals, and that's fine. I guess when we're stuck at home and we got nothing else to do, I think the craziness is coming out of all of us, not just Floridians. I haven't seen anybody going, hey, you guys are disgusting. So I think a lot of you guys are laughing like I am. So I think we're all in the same boat. I think we're all weird like that. And you know what? I wouldn't have it any other way. It's okay. I think during these times, we need to kind of go off the deep end a little bit, have a little bit of fun, be there for each other, and eventually we're going to be at the parks hanging out. I hope somebody is willingly going to give me a high five. I hope. A hug. I'll take a hug, too. I want to go back to the high fives and hugs. I'm not sick. You're not gonna catch the Rona from me. You will not catch it from me. Will not. All right. We did, kid. New movie, Alive 2. Wait, isn't Alive the original, old? Oh, speaking of new things coming out, I know this is not themed. Well, it could be related to the industry a little bit. Could be. Did anybody see that Nicolas Cage is going to play Joe Exotic in a TV series? I don't know. I didn't read much more than I just saw that they're doing this TV series and Nicolas Cage is going to play Joe Exotic from the Tiger King. That's got to do with a zoo. I don't know if anybody cares about Tiger King. I do. I like the Tiger King. All this laughing at Florida man has wrecked my throat. September 20th, Florida man continues gardening naked despite neighbors' complaints. That's funny. Coach Bach, I did see Candemonium testing. We didn't talk about that. So there has been Candemonium and Hershey Park started doing a test run. So they got that finished. So whenever Hershey opens, whenever the hell that is, you should be able to ride Candemonium. Look, here's my prediction. This is what I'm going to say. Don't take it with a grain of salt. Don't go running saying that, SFNEonline said this is cemented in sand. The parks are going to open when they open. That's really my prediction. Oh, live 2, Stranded in Florida. Oh, God. Imagine that. Jeez. Imagine if they were doing that live 2, Stranded in Florida. That'd be funny. Oh, you can let me know who the kitty is. Ryan, I really don't care when the vaccine comes. I'm still not putting that poison in me. Sorry. That just... And when I say that I'm not an anti-vax, my kids get vaccinated... I just for some reason don't. I don't trust it. Something is telling me don't trust it. And I'm usually not like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not. It's not a person or a TV. It's just something telling me not to take it. What that is, I don't know. But something inside me is saying, don't do it. Don't do it. I mean, it's not trying to be a rebel, nothing like that. The coaster was hauling in that first video. Yeah, it was hauling. I mean, it looks great. It looks awesome. I'm excited for when it does open. I'm sure, like the rest of everybody else. I think we're just going to be excited that anything opens at this point. I mean, that's how I feel. Anything that opens, when it does open, is going to be A-okay in my book. Just because, look, I get it. We're all stuck. And I do want to know who the kitty is. So hopefully we know who the kitty is. Yeah, I get it. People are just stuck of being in the house. But that's why I take pride in doing this every day that I do this. You know what I mean? Like, look, Jay Kite was having a bad night. And we helped him even if it was for 5 minutes. That's the point of all this. If I can help any of you not be sad, not be depressed, I don't care if we agree on anything or not. I don't care if you think I'm an asshole and you just watch it to make fun of me, maybe. I don't know. I'm still there for you. Just saying, if you're depressed and need somebody to talk to. That. Anybody know? And don't be offended if I don't, like, respond back right away. Because, like, Charles, I think, messaged me, like, yesterday, and then I messaged him back today. But then there's times that I actually happen to be on Facebook or on my phone, and then I'm right there. Same thing with John Cafaro. Anybody? I don't know. I'll just have Jessica show me or whatever when we're done, because we're going to be done in a couple of minutes. Anyways, before we go, tomorrow is it looks like Nick's doing a new virtual series that is Masked Singer-esque, but not me. Yeah, there's a you talking about Nick Cannon or whatever. There's a show on the right after this that they're doing, you know, interviews and stuff. It's kind of like, you know, like Walking Dead. The Talking Dead, than the one I did for Lost. Well, Charles, I just want people to know that if you do contact me, you know, if anybody does, don't be offended if I don't hit you up right away, because sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I will. I always get back to everybody. I mean, unless you're like a total douchebag. There are people that I was just like, yep, block. I mean, not during this, but when things are normal. When they're just being douches. But hey, anytime, Jay. That's what I do. I mean, I do it not only for you guys, but for myself. Trust me, when I'm sitting home all the time, I'm always just sitting here. Well, not here, like on the couch, hanging out. I mean, I'm not against sitting on the couch. I just don't want to sit on the couch anymore. Let's be honest. I got to get like that motivation. Like I started writing over there on my dry eraser board videos to make. I still got like deleted scenes to put together from Fairtown that I have not done yet. I got reviews to do on some haunted house masks that I got to do. And I got to get the first podcast ready to rock and roll for Hauntapalooza. Then I got to do the 900 subscriber video. Once I get more information for Six Flags, I put it there for the reservation thing. So that's always. But anyway, tomorrow is going to be Planet Coaster. Tomorrow we're playing some Planet Coaster. I also think too, on other, like, you know, like the Martin's Family channel, Oh yeah, hang on. I got something for you. Hang on, I got something. What'd I do with it? Oh, here it is. Hang on, let me put it on. You guys ain't ready for this. She signed off, you missed. Hang on. Okay. I don't know. I don't have a mirror. Where the hell is? No, right here. I think. Is this it? Oh, I think I got it on upside down. What a douche canoe. Hang on. I put it on wrong. You guys would have been laughing. Hang on. I know. I'm fat. Hang on. Okay, better. I won't even put the glasses back on. I'm from Florida and I skin your face off. I did it. I'm coming for you. You, right over there, the guy to the left. No, not that one, the other one. I'm coming to get you. But yeah, so tomorrow's Planet Coaster. I got my mask. I guess I'm okay to go out in public. Like, probably not. They'd probably yell at me and say this ain't a real mask to wear out in public. But I would love to wear this in public. So, yeah. But I can actually breathe in this, which is nice. The other doctor mask I had back in the day, it don't work. I can't breathe in it. You know? But yeah, when I do Haunapalooza videos, this is what I wear a whole doctor outfit. It's crazy. But yeah. I'm a Florida man, and I killed somebody, and I got their face on my face. I'm gonna get you. I wish I could ride a roller coaster with this. I would love it. It's like, ah! Imagine seeing an on-ride photo of this. Just like this. This would be... And I got my glasses so I could see. It looks stupid. But, hey. But usually, I usually don't even wear this hat with this. And, yeah. Usually it's... Now I'm back to normal. Whew. Yeah, but the wrestler mask, you're supposed to, you know, not have the hole. You're not supposed to have a hole. You know. But yeah, I also have another costume coming. A clown one. There's this company I've been buying costumes from. Like, I know, like, when people, like, go shopping for Halloween, I would love to, but I don't think they would let me. I mean, the quality on this thing is amazing. Like, even all their masks that this company makes, it's called Haunted Hill Productions. The stuff costs more than the crappy, what do you call it? The crappy Spirit Halloween stuff, but like the doctor outfit, the coat, the scrub shirt, the pants, the doctor hat that came with it was $75, and it blows anything away that Spirit Halloween had. This mask was like $30 or something like that, and it didn't come with the doctor outfit. Now, I know I sent it. I don't know if I sent Lindsay the picture. I know I sent Charles, and I know I sent Jason in Paradise the picture of me in the full outfit. I think I don't know who I sent the picture to. I sent it to a bunch of people, but it was crazy. But I bought. They actually make them, and if you go, they have a YouTube page. They usually go live almost every night from inside their building, and they show you them making the masks, making the costumes, and stuff like that. I can't wait for you guys to see this costume that I got coming. It's not a doctor outfit. I will give you a clue to the genre of costume. It's a clown costume. I can't wait to get it in. And I also got this gun that's battery operated thing. And when you shoot it, it sounds like a clown horn just going. You just do it. Oh, I'm going to piss people off in this house when I don't know when I'm going to get it. I don't know how long it takes to make the outfits. But we did a review on the Hornapalooza podcast for the whole costume. So if you're into that, who the hell's messaging me? Who the hell? Oh. Oh, wrong mask. Sorry, Charles. Charles was asking about the other regular mask that I have, which is the boobs. I got boobs one in the mail yesterday. So it's got boobs all over. I've been talking about the boobs, and it came in the mail yesterday, so I got boobs. But I haven't worn it out in public yet. That might be tomorrow. I think I got to go out tomorrow, so I think I might just wear the one with boobs. It's got all different kinds of boobs on it. And then if they go, we can't serve you because you got boobs on it. Well, this is the mask I got. Sorry, this is what they gave me. I got boobs. Let's take it or leave it. You know? Maybe one day I'll do the show wearing a mask. Wearing the boob mask. Maybe I'll do that. I could be funny that way. Oh, I thought you meant this mask, because this mask is cool too. I wish I could wear this at a store, but I can't. Sorry, I can't wear that in a store. They'd yell at me because it has a hole. It's so I can. This is so I can eat and be safe. I'm just saying. But anyway, tomorrow, 1 o'clock, Planet Coaster. We will be live. We'll be just playing the video game, building coasters. Join us and talking about whatever comes up in the chat, and we'll see what happens tomorrow. So I want to, to everybody that watched today, that hopped in and out, I appreciate it. I hope that it, even for this 2-hour period of time, that it helps you get through whatever you're going. Look, we're all fucked in the head right now. We've never gone through something like this. I mean, unless you've been in prison. This is kind of like prison. Yeah, Six Flags mask. I'm sure they're going to have them. I'm sure they're going to sell them. If they didn't, they'd be stupid. If they didn't sell masks, they'd be stupid. Like I said, you guys have a good night. I'll see you guys tomorrow at 1 o'clock playing Planet Coaster. Come join us. Come hang out. Come see what it's... I mean, it won't be playing on Facebook for those that are watching on Facebook. You just remember 1 o'clock Eastern Time. Eastern Standard Time, Eastern Time, whatever you want to call it. We're going to go live. I'm going to play Planet Coaster for those that can. I know a lot of people work. Can't watch at 1 o'clock. But we're going to do that and have some fun tomorrow and just chit-chat. That's all. But anyway, I'm going to get out of here. Thank you guys for watching. I truly appreciate it. Have a good night. If you guys end up depressed or suicidal or sad or want to cry or something, hit me up. I'll hit you back up. Don't worry about it. I'll help you get through whatever you're doing. So till tomorrow, keep on coasting, y'all. Peace.